If I had a compulsive or addictive behavior that I wanted to change, this is how I would do it. First, I would throw out the notion of quitting cold turkey or going all or nothing. It takes a very rare person to have the discipline to make that happen. And the all or nothing thinking typically sets us up for a shame cycle when we inevitably lapse. Instead, I would name my desire to decrease frequency of use, and I would commit to tracking my behavior. So let's use the example of smoking drugs or ingesting the devil's lettuce. This is how I would do it. I would first resist the impulse to smoke for as long as I could. And then when my willpower collapsed and I had to succumb to the behavior, I would pause for 5 minutes and I would make a voice recording. In that voice note, I would describe what I'm feeling. I would go into as much detail as possible about what I am feeling and the sensations I can find in my body. I would also talk about my thoughts. I would record whatever I'm thinking and I would try and clearly articulate whatever the voice in my head is telling me. Then I would talk about what I hope to experience after smoking, and why I believe that smoking will get me closer to the felt sense experience that I desire. Once that was recorded and logged, I would give myself full permission to indulge and to enjoy it. And I would do this for 30 days, and then I would take those voice notes and I would upload the transcripts of them into a document. Then I would read the document and I would highlight any patterns that I notice. I would look for consistent feelings, thoughts, and words, and I would look for patterns around the time of day and the circumstances preceding the use. Once I did that, I would then take the document and I would upload it into a large language model. I personally use ChatGPT, and then I would ask that large language model to analyze the patterns that I may have missed. At that point, I would take all of that data to a therapist like me, and I would start working through the unconscious and conscious patterns. Finally, I would start paying close attention to my dreams, and I would notice what dreams show up with compensatory messages. And then I would relax, and I'd let all the new information and conscious awareness settle into my body, and I would just notice if that changes my compulsive desires. Save and share this one and read the caption because I got more thoughts. And remember, feeling is freedom.